real quick because I put it out last minute. Hi everyone, welcome to Gentlemen of the List, session number 4. I'm gonna let AP follow up from there. So.
See, the thing is, we don't know exactly when the transition ends, and I was comfortable with him saying something. I'm in command now, audience. Do not adjust your television set. Hey, we're back, and this is a session. I'm told it's the 4th one. It's hard to keep track of these things. And yeah, tonight is going to be a session that has a hard stop. Not time-wise, like in real time, time-wise in the game. If you reach a certain point, we will stop. I don't know why I'm laughing.
That's not ominous. Not at all.
So, yeah, it's not ominous at all. It's not ominous at all. So to recap, what happened last time, there are rumors that a storm is coming. The locals have been warned, and they have chosen to ignore the warning from these outsider, overlord, military, fascist dictators who have occupied their land. There was a precast briefing that, covered a lot of things. It covered the hunt for the Night Fox by, I believe it's Alexander and Louis, who are directly outside of a certain cafe, of a certain cafe owner who is about to be in a lot of trouble, and she has a bunch of guns that don't belong to her that she bought off of another party member. So somebody's about to be in a lot of trouble. Truth 6, a painting of particular importance to Mr. Styx and Alexander, is out in the wild, stolen by Pascal LaRue, maybe to hide something about it? ? Speaking of Pascal, he's in a lot of trouble because he didn't want to be in charge, and now he is. What his forthcoming duties are going to be revealed shortly. Rahul has kept it on the down low. He's been bumped a little bit, no longer in charge of the squad, but his position is not as elastic as everybody else's. He doesn't need to perform hard to remain at the top, whereas some of those that have recently achieved great fame are going to need to work hard to stay up there. And hey, listen, Louis, I know that pursuing the Night Fox is your thing, and you're really big on that, but don't forget, you were forced to give your romantic partner profile to the local magistrate of Pizakmon, and she has set you up on a date with one of her government functionaries, Wenhu. And, buddy, I didn't hear that part of your recap.
Well,
you forgot about that one, maybe.
Part of me was hoping you'd forget, part of me might have forgotten, part of me might be hoping that I die in the first scene.
I can't stop you from wanting to die. That's your own choice. Alright. Listen, Liam is distracted, so it's a great time to ask him what his goals are. He's like, I have spinal problems, but also I sit like this.
It looks extra bad because my webcam is so high up.
I see.
I'm really bad. I'm looking at the screen right now, but it probably looks like I'm looking pretty far low. Okay, so
your last goal was grow closer to Pascal, which I think in some way or another we can say you got done.
Definitely achieved that. This time we are in a den of vipers, and I believe I'm currently what's his name? Mr. Styx, am I not?
I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm willing to say that you flip into Mr. Styx mode if you want to.
I'm pretty sure that where we left off, I was Mr. Styx.
Okay.
Which is
Mr. Styx!
So bad.
I want to imagine he has like a little private dance that he does when he becomes Styx, and the soundtrack has its own little play thing.
It's the Pennywise dance.
I guess.
You are is the face in the mirror. I close my eyes.
Yeah, you get it. You get it.
I feel like there's a Gerard Butler movie about like a gamer who can like hook into people's brains, like they all willingly give access to their brain to people.
It's called Gamer.
Oh, is it called Gamer? And then end boss is like, "Woo! I'm gonna do a fancy dance with all the people there." That dance and that guy. That's what I assume Styx is like.
Back on track. I think Alexander's goal for this session is going. I don't know if this is too vague. Is survive acceptable? Is survive?
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that a simple goal of survive is the sort of goal that a man of your position and power... First off, it's not Styx's goal, it's Alexander's goal.
then it would definitely be survive.
Okay. Do you believe that it's a sort of heroic, adventurous goal that one would want to set for themselves? This answer can be yes, but it tells me a lot about Alexander's standards.
I think so. Just
Okay.
I'm not gonna go with it. I don't think because
You understand that as the game master, my job is to test you on these goals.
of course.
So now having you not survive is my job.
Of course. I
Okay.
mean, given the situation that we're in, that absolutely tracks.
Okay.
I think actually I will switch it. I will say if I end the session today as Alexander and not Styx, I will count that goal as succeeded.
Ooh. That's rough because I don't know what the trigger is between those two. You know what I mean? You could at the last second be like, I'm Alexander. Can you give me something more specific?
I think you'll be able to watch me and see if it feels too
All right. You know what? I'll give you rope here. The audience will excoriate you for me if you bullshit around on this one. And as Alexander, not Styx.
Oh, by
Alexander doesn't
jury.
have a second name.
That's even worse. Yeah.
Yes. It will be a decision by peers.
Just enough rope to hang himself with.
Louis, your goal is pursue the Night Fox. You're pretty close. If you keep that same goal, you could be looking at it.
I think I will. I think I will keep it.
Okay.
Louis has smelt blood in the water and specifically saw data on satellite imagery. So he's going to do his best. He would also like to survive, but that's not his primary goal, weird as it is to say.
It's
Everyone
my
just
primary goal.
Thank you.
Rahul. Your previous goal was adequately analyze the skills of my squad and assign them to appropriate roles. Unfortunately, you're no longer capable of doing that. You could analyze them even more.
I could analyze my fellow agents, soldiers, warriors,
Nobles, yeah.
Mech warriors.
nobles,
Mech
Mech warrior, sure. It's the 31st century. Mankind's once again at war.
You know what? Considering how things went last time, he's going to attempt to create peace amongst his fellow warriors, and he is going to try and earn the respect of the current leader of our squad.
Oh, a role reversal.
Oh my gosh.
Playing right into
I
his
love it.
pettiness. Oh no.
So much.
We'll see how that goes.
Pascal, your previous goal was move number 9, Roland Caron to number 8. That goal was tangentially met, kind of.
Yeah. I think
You had the unfortunate side effect of making you number 1.
Yeah, that backfired. Well, I had a goal, but Mark just threw a curveball in that, so that's actually gonna swap mine because that would make it too easy. Like I've been aiming for up here with my goals, and I'm either squeaking by or missing them. So I'm like, I need to bring
tell me
my-
your original
yeah.
goal. Tell me your original.
My original goal was to confront Raul and come to an understanding about the missing cargo.
That's a great goal. Well,
Okay.
I would say don't back away from that one. You're going to
Okay.
be in trouble about that missing cargo in about 5 seconds. So
Okay, perfect. Okay. yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I knew that was coming.
confront Rahul about the missing cargo. Ah, God. Could you imagine a situation where you and Rahul become conspirators and then you're both immediately caught 5 seconds later?
We're immediately court-martialed.
Yeah. And
He's like, I was only a conspiracy for like 2 seconds, and they're like, them's the rules.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened to Machiavelli. He got thrown into a conspiracy he was tangentially related to and tortured for it for a whole thing.
It's rough. It's so rough to be an advisor to the prince.
You gotta follow the goats, you gotta follow the goats, so.
I actually want to not start on the rain-drenched cafe, but on Pascal and Rahul coming to an understanding here. So, Bob, if you want to walk us into how you confront Rahul about the missing crates of guns and ammo.
Okay. I need a properly secure, either secure or properly isolated place for this. It's not too far from our base. Any suggestions for what might be a good situation with that?
There are numerous warehouses. If you wanted to just commandeer one real quick and have a dramatic confrontation in the middle of a bamboo shoot.
Right, with the door open so we can hear the rain coming in from the storm.
Yes, exactly.
There we
yes.
go. All right. I think just in case, anyone willing to steal weapons either is going to sell them off or kill some people. So regardless, he's not sure whether Raul's gonna be dangerous here or not. So I think he needs to leave some kind of reference, maybe a little reference in his journal that he, because that won't backfire at all, that he went to meet with Raul at this time. And then he's going to organize the meeting. He's going to label it as a walkthrough, is what we'll call it. You know what? Actually, we'll make it even better. Passing of the torch is what we'll call it.
Ooh.
Yeah. And Pascal will arrive he'll arrive like 10 minutes early, 15 minutes early, just to scout out the place.
It smells so much like a bunch of drying bamboo in a warehouse.
Understood.
It also smells like rain, a little bit of ozone, and anxiety in your bloodstream.
To fit the dramatic moment, we get a shot of the boots of Rahul as he makes his way through the doorway. We see his shadow cast down. As we see him step in, we pan upwards. A quick moment glimpsing towards his ceremonial sword that sits at his side, as then raises up to his face as he looks out across the large storage shed full of dried bamboo, and he looks across to Pascal.
I think
Who
Pascal
asked to speak with me?
Pascal has a cigarette. He's smoking, of course, just to fit the noir clandestine meeting. He probably only casually smokes, but now seems a good time. I thought it'd be best to go over some details, given the changes. That's okay with you.
Why, of course, Commander.
I don't know how long I'll be here. It didn't seem like you lasted very long. No offense, of course. But I could be outed by tomorrow. They could find that weirdo Alexander in this space, or the goody two-shoes Louis, for all I know. That's not my concern, though. My concern is, if we keep going through this loop, trying to climb up the ladder and push each other down, we're never going to get anywhere.
You know, I came to a similar conclusion myself.
But under this unit, there has to be some rules in place for things to work out. See,
of course,
I would like to offer a certain amount of autonomy to our membership, but that autonomy must not draw unwanted attention our way. I had to go through a bit of effort to hide your messy tracks, my friend.
Excuse me?
Video surveillance? Really? Do you know how long it would take them to find that?
His eyes narrow.
As far as you're concerned, that evidence is gone. But it won't... It can't be like that again. That's going to lead to all sorts of attention, unwanted attention, or at least leaves the opportunity to be. And internal audits are never fun for anyone involved.
At this point, Raoul steps forward, closing the distance between the two. And there is a brief moment where they're standing face to face before he goes. Do you have an extra smoke?
He'll reach in his pocket and pull out his pack. I assume it's standard packs of cigarettes in this setting. I'm not really familiar, but yeah.
Sure.
Close enough, yeah.
Who will take the cigarette and lean forward.
You know what? I'm gonna say it's like something like Joe Camel, like something from the 80s. It doesn't really exist anymore, you know? Like it's gotta be that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a Magistracy version of that, so it's like a human with camel parts. As
Oh my god! How horrifying. Nothing has ever made me want to smoke less.
He's cool.
That's the whole
Cool
trip,
Joe.
you know?
Yeah.
They were trying to discourage it. You know?
Cool Joe is his name? Oh my god. Marketed exclusively to children.
Joe is so cool, dude.
Horrifying.
I
love
agree.
it. I love it.
Wonderful. Now he holds for a moment and goes. I agree. Perhaps my previous work had been a bit sloppier than I would normally prefer. Well, you have my gratitude. But I'm assuming there's more than just a friendly assistance and a word to the wise.
No, I don't think at this point there is. The next time, though, should this happen again, I'll personally send you down the river.
Understood. I see. Well, as I said, you have my gratitude, and I think it is best we do our best to, as you said, work towards making a better squad for us both. And our companions, of course. Tell me, what is it you seek in, well, this... Do you have a goal when it comes to residing in foreign territory, shall we say?
A goal? Why, my friend, I only mean to serve the Magistracy.
Is that so? If I may speak plainly, I have no real desire to speak with false patriots. I do enough back at home.
Well, you've got me there. I suppose we can smell our own then.
Generally, Let me tell you one thing. I may have great station and advantages due to my name, but I have not much else. You can only get so much as a fourth son. So I've learned very quickly that to get what you want in this world, you have to be willing to take it. And sometimes that means techniques that would normally be looked down upon.
In my experience, it's much easier if they hand it to you.
Perhaps. Then perhaps there is something we can both learn from each other. Moving forward, of course, with greater understanding.
I would agree.
Then I look forward to talking to you more. Perhaps we may be able to extend in other fields, looking out for each other in such ways.
Perhaps.
And know this. Though you do not ask for anything for what you have done for me, know that I always pay my debts. And I intend to pay back this one as well.
And there's no retribution required for my sudden leap up the list?
Of course not. It's no skin off my back. I mean, it's not as if you only knocked me down once or twice. You did so to almost everyone in the lifts. If anything, it's a bit of a good laugh, don't you think?
I never wanted first, but I must admit I'd love to see the look on Manly's face right now.
You cut sideways to Dr. Jack Manley. He's sleeping because it's nighttime.
He
He has
takes
the
a
deific-
sleep.
No, he has the deific, peaceful sleep of an angel, of an untroubled child.
You sure he
The
doesn't have Google
bastard.
Alerts set up on his own name? I would if I was first.
Wow.
I'm
We did-
sure it would be a wonderful sight.
Indeed.
But no, I'm not concerned with such things. It's pretty common for the list to change rapidly. But I'm also quite certain of my own name and its weight. No doubt I'll move back to the position I was in, I don't know. Let's call it a few rotations.
I'm
A
glad to
few
hear
episodes, as it were.
that. Give or take, whatever time frame that is. Alright then. He'll extend his hand. A gentleman's
the same.
shake.
Indeed. Between two gentlemen.
I think we can cut away there if that makes sense to you, AP and Mark.
We cut back to the two of you outside of the building run by, I got her token right here, Valentina Kovalevskaya. You both are armed and are wearing armor, or not. You tell me how the two of you are about to break into this building. You can hear raised voices having a discussion inside.
Louis is not armored, but he is armed. He is in his. He went for an investigation. He thought it would be a conversation with, a host, rather than a bust that was required. But he always carries his pistol, and for the most part, he's had it on the inside of his jacket, ready to pull on crazy Alex, if he did something weird. He likes regular Alex. Crazy Alex is a strange problem.
I'm delightful. What are you talking about?
Mr. Styx, how are you armed and armored?
You know, that's an excellent question. I'm trying to double check and see if I have melee as a skill. But it seems I may have lost my card that I had notes written on.
Uh-oh.
Stand by 1 moment here.
Did you trade colors, maybe?
I don't think so. My name was written over here in red.
The board's reset.
Yeah, I think the board with my notes reset, but that's okay. Let me just do a little bit of looking at my sheet here. I should have done this while I was listening to the scene, but I forgot to. Combat project. Combat primitive. That's blades. Combat projectile. Stealth. And stealth the second time. Okay, yeah. I think Styx. No, yeah. I think Styx's plan here tonight is to let Louis go in completely alone and use him as bait to stealthily, quote unquote, watch his back with a nice sharp blade. I think that's the plan.
Here's my plan.
Watch my back with a blade?
Historically, in the last 2 episodes, my power's gone out right about now, so just be ready.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Okay, so does Styx let him know that your plan is to stay back, or is he anticipating the two of you are going in together, and Styx just holds back with his blade watching from Overwatch?
Oh,
I'm just concerned how screwed our young Commissar Acolyte is as he goes around the corner.
I was gonna inform him, but now that you describe it like that, I think Styx himself would find it more entertaining to just vanish. Like right before they enter the building.
Louis,
Me.
are you waiting here? Are you listening in? Are you going in? The two of you are getting wet outside of this eat house, this wok hey restaurant.
He is listening in at the raised voices first.
What did you hear? A little late for trimming the verge. Sorry. Yeah, let's make whatever passes for a perception roll in this system.
I do have perception as a skill, and
Okay.
let me actually check something. I have not increased it this episode with my level up, but let me roll 2d6s and add nothing.
Okay.
I forgot the art that you had of her. It looks like she's on a cooking anime.
Yeah.
13.
Well, a 13 is nearly impossible because
Wait.
you would need bonuses.
Oh, fuck. There is 1d8. There is
Yes.
1d8 in the mix.
Yeah.
Okay, these are
Yes.
both d6s now. I am
Okay.
so sorry. That does mean that my previous roll for health was incorrect as well, because those were the dice that I had.
So good.
So I rolled a 7. So let me quickly do that just to determine my actual health. Jesus fuck. Okay, those are both d6s. I've got 7 health. I am in fact looking normal. Now let me roll my perception.
Hey, your constitution doesn't change, just your hit points, but alright.
No, my constitution.
Alexander-
I've still got bones of glass, but my hit points are now 7. All right.
I'm dead serious, Thomas.
You're not
I think
actually
Alexander
rolling.
might legit.
You're just flipping the dice.
Isn't that what R does?
It
No, I
does.
rolls
but
it. Yeah.
It is not actually rolling them. I don't know if you watch, but they all just shift it. That is a roll, for sure.
Oh.
I just hit it multiple
take-
times. I just keep hitting it.
But they
yeah,
were.
I just rapid
Trust me,
fire
I was
R.
watching them. They just changed faces continuously in the same way, so that both dice were the same over and over again. It was not
Oh.
like popping them and rolling them. It was literally just going bloop, bloop, bloop. It was so weird. I watched it happen.
This confuses me. Okay, let me try again. What's the button for
You
throwing them
know
up in the air?
this last throw that you
Should
did
be R.
did roll correctly, and you have a
Okay,
This
second.
one's
got
on
you.
that. But the button
Yes.
is R,
Alright, cool.
and you press it multiple times.
Yes.
You can
I-
press
I
it
did
once, but
press-
if it's not working, yeah, I don't know.
I did press R multiple times, and that's what did the flippery.
It's also
Weird.
okay to just throw the dice physically.
Never.
Or-
I
so
don't
you
In the
die.
same way you would do crapshoot
Yeah,
or something.
you can't be clicking on them while you're doing it.
Yes.
Otherwise, it doesn't
Got
actually
you.
roll.
So
Uh,
that is
7 stands.
7 stands. Should I roll the health again?
No, I like the other health that you had. That one also rolled correctly. I watched all of these rolls. That last roll was just not a roll. It was just flipping.
That's weird. Okay, I'll
Um,
take the 7.
Okay, good to know. Thomas, I regret to inform you that I legitimately think Styx is considering murdering you out here. So, you
Yeah, don't worry
know,
about it.
yeah, just let's not worry about that till we cross. Let's not burn
Yeah.
that bridge till we cross
Well,
it.
7 isn't even good enough to know that. You're trying to listen in, and all you hear is the rough thunder rolling past, and the tin sound of rain hitting corrugated steel, and just so desperately trying to hear whatever words they're saying, and maybe you're catching 1 in 10 word, but it's all in Mandarin Chinese.
Which I do speak.
But not well enough
Yeah,
to
not well
translate
enough
it
to
in
hear
this
it,
situation.
exactly.
And you're so nervous because when you glance over, your compatriot doesn't pull out a gun. He pulls out a knife and he's looking at you kind of weird.
What's that supposed to mean? I think Louis is a little bit worried. Is there a window, or is the door open, or
The
something?
door
that he can get a
is
look in?
partially cracked open now. You can't. Your 7 is you trying to peek in there
Yeah,
without giving yourself
exactly.
away.
I think Louis is going to turn to his weirdly smiling, knife-wielding comrade, and he is going to say, "Should we knock or should we enter? What's up with you?"
I think you should knock.
Honestly, I can't think of a better thing. I think Louis does approach the door, and he is going to knuckles. Actually, no, wait. He doesn't have that kind of physicality. It's going to be a
Use the cane. Tap with the cane.
yeah, 100%. Cane in one hand, other hand ready for the gun. He is going to tap on the door.
All talking inside ceases.
Alexander's gone. Styx is gone.
I want a stealth roll for this though. You have to.
Oh,
you
yeah,
have to beat
absolutely.
a 7. Yes.
I do get a bonus to this because I have it twice.
Okay, so you have a +1, and you get dexterity to this as well.
Okay, so I roll 2d6s, right?
Yep.
That
Okay.
is double sixes.
There's a flash of thunder as you turn to look at him, and you close your eyes at the brightness, and when you open, he's gone. And there's you get that like purple white outline for a moment because the lightning happened, while you were looking at it. When you look, he's gone, and you look around, and your heart starts beating even faster.
My dexterity is my highest stat too at 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is actually a 14 total on the roll. It's
Yeah, straight up.
superhumanly good. You're so gone, no one knows that you're here.
Hell yeah.
I think, like lightning flashes and he's gone with between the beat of that and the thunder. I think Louis looks around and goes, "I'm surrounded by murderers and incompetents."
After about 20 seconds, the door opens slightly, and you see Valentina there looking at you strangely, and she says, "I'm sorry, we're closed for the evening. Can I get you a towel or something while I send you on your way? You look drenched."
Oh yeah, he's soaking wet. He looks very much like a cat who has gotten a bath against his will. Just face in abject misery is the wrong word, but rather just long suffering as he says, "I'm afraid it can't wait. I have a few questions I would like to ask regarding the location of known terrorists known as the Night Fox."
The Night Fox, I'm afraid I don't know anything about that. Perhaps
But I
I
do.
can come by in the
They
morning and answer some questions. It's so late.
It is
I'm-
quite late, and I hope I'm not taking you away from your guests.
Guests. She turns her head sideways and is just trying to, now that you've said that, she's trying to get in the doorway to like prevent you from viewing anything. And you can hear that she pushes her boot up against the door to keep you from like openly slamming it. And she's now like wrapping her body around the door and blocking your view.
Satellite footage showed the Night Fox and his forces taking shelter in buildings nearby this building specifically. So either you can tell me now, or that door will not protect you.
I would love to help you find any criminals and this Night Fox who has broken into my place. If you would, I can bring whatever documents I can find about this tomorrow. Maybe missing inventory tomorrow morning, first thing.
You're a better liar than this normally, aren't you?
Oh god, I want to kill you so bad out of character. I want to just absolutely murder you right now. What she says is, all right, you can come in. Should I set the table for one? You're just here alone?
More coming. I had another, but he disappeared on me.
So she says very loudly, so there's someone else here.
Oh, yes, and a platoon on the way. He says loudly as well.
She swings the door open, and inside, there's no one else here. She takes you to one of the tables you seated at before, and begins bringing out, like, some peanuts and, like, a mug of beer for you. Cold, fresh tap sort of deal. Foamy. And sets out, like...
delicious!
pretzels and salt shaker. And it's just like, okay. As she sits down across from you and gives a casual hair flip of her Karen hairdo. What more can I tell you about this Night Fox?
First thing, you were closed, and this is quite late in the night during a monsoon, which I notice no one has evacuated or shored up their buildings despite me informing them about it. But
the local people do not like your military occupation of our soil. They have been
do
riled
they
up
like
by
getting
this.
hit by monsoons?
They've been riled up by this individual. Perhaps it is the Night Fox that you speak of. Extremely clever and powerful Maskarovka agent, from what I hear about. One who has long evaded capture.
You're well informed.
I've heard things. This Night Fox moniker is new to me, but the troubles of the local people are not. I do serve alcohol here, and the people of the village are frequent complainers.
I see. I do wonder, so late at night, who you were meeting with.
Meeting with? I wasn't meeting with anyone here. I was just doing inventory and making sure to protect my investment. The shop is everything I have. Can I ask you why you would accuse me of lying earlier? It's very forward of you and somewhat hurtful.
Multiple voices were heard.
As you say that, she kind of works her mouth around, and I want to cut to Mr. Sticks and see what he's doing right now.
Mr. Sticks has snuck around to the back side of the building and is trying to see, while they're talking, if there's anything worth detecting here, basically. And if he doesn't find anything, then he's going to lie in wait for an opportunity that she can give him to murder her. Like, if she makes a move,
Jesus Christ.
Styx is going to kill her. But only if she makes a move, you know, so
Okay.
you know, you're fine there. If she doesn't make a move, then he's killing you, Louis.
This is so dark right now. Make a perception check with wisdom.
Oh, I love perceiving things. Let's see here. I have perception once.
I just have to imagine as Styx is walking around, Paul the Mountain King is playing. He's like, bum, 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 bum. Just
I
him
got
sneaking around.
Minnie the Moochers. What's going in my head actually? All right. I have it once, so I do not get the
Plus
bonus.
0. Do you have anything in wisdom?
Maybe.
Looking for a 13 or higher.
I
Or an 8
have
or
an
lower.
11.
Okay, you have a plus 0 all around. You need an 8 plus minimum to get something out of this. That is a 8 minimum. You are waiting by the back door. You can see that the back light is out, you know, the sort of light that would be turned on in order to take the garbage out to the dumpster sort of deal. You're waiting there. You're waiting on the other side of the door jam. So if the door opens, you know, you're hidden behind it. The door opens and you can see that there is a guy who is dragging like a pallet jack behind him and a pallet filled with Magistracy of Canopus guns with an armory crate.
Interesting.
As he goes outside, he goes, ah, shit. And he throws a tarp over the guns and the ammo so it doesn't get wet. And he starts taking them and hauling them behind him towards a pickup truck. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking pickup truck. No. Think of pickup truck in Cuba. Something like 60 or 70 years old, partially rusted. There's no third light in the back sort of deal.
That was more or less what I was thinking.
Yeah, okay, good. Excellent. We're on the same page. He's dragging the pallet jack towards it, and then you could see he doesn't see you as he's trying to struggle to get the gun case up into the truck. And he's like trying to figure it out.
Is there another guy, or is he doing this by himself?
It's just him. He's an older Chinese man in his 50s. He's wearing an orange wife beater. He's got deeply tanned skin, a couple scars. There's a tattoo on his shoulder of the Capellan flag. And why would that be? If I described a very similar person and said he had an American flag on his tattoo, would you laugh about that?
I was laughing at what
funny.
I was laughing at what I think I'm gonna do.
Okay, let's probably kill him.
Well, we'll see. We haven't crossed that line yet.
All right.
So Styx is gonna wait until the guy has loaded up the truck, and before he gets in to actually drive it away, Styx is going to take him and quite painfully knock him out, and then drive the truck to the front of the building.
Okay. I'm gonna ask that no one react to the dice roll that's about to happen, and that Bob does not show the camera at the dice roll. What we're gonna do is we're gonna roll the dice roll for your or you have the knife. You're gonna use the knife to take him in this case.
I have combat
Think of, like, the
primitive.
pommel?
Okay.
yeah.
Combat primitive is for the knife. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not intending to kill him, right? You're just intending to drag him out of the car.
Correct. I want to get him before he has after he loads up the thing, but before he has a chance to get into the driver's seat.
I want you to make
mean?
this roll, and then we're going to cut back to the inside, and the consequences of your roll will or won't be shown in the next scene.
Oh, exciting. All right, here we go.
You're adding strength to this. I'm so sad you kept rolling it, because at one point you had 2 6s showing on the top, and they were so close to hitting the deck. All right.
It is not good.
No, don't say anything. The audience is going to learn the after effects of this roll, okay? That's all I need to tell them. Inside, you can see that she is gesturing for you to drink the beer, and she says, just got it today, fresh on tap. Try some. Would you like some hot tea as well? You look a little cold.
I will admit the circumstances are not the best, but considering recent events, I might have to decline your hospitality for a little bit. What meeting were you having that you would deny? And what has occurred with this Night Fox?
Meeting? I don't understand about this meeting that you keep speaking about.
Looking around, are there like chairs and stuff like out of place or plates on tables?
There's very obviously these beautiful floors have been like recently scraped by a large object being quickly moved out of this room. You know what I mean? Like someone's gonna need to get in here with a floor sander.
I think Louis is going to point to those scrapes with his cane and like raise a single eyebrow.
She goes to say something, and Styx bursts into the room, There is a elderly Chinese man with Styx's knife trying to get it into his eye as he goes, "You attack me? You try to kill me, outsider? I'll kill you! I'll kill you!"
Louis draws the energy pistol.
Do I not get any bonuses for catching him completely by surprise, or is that just it? Like,
This roll is garbage, my friend.
was a very bad roll.
It's a bad roll.
One would say impossibly bad. Yeah.
I could have given you a +3 bonus, and you still would have failed.
All right. This jacked old man's got.
The two of you are fighting now, Kirk and Spock style. Wing, wing, wing. The old man is screaming in a combination of English and Chinese. The woman, Valentina, seems incredibly surprised. And she
Louis is incredibly surprised.
She just looks at you and sees what you're going to do about the situation.
I think Louis goes, "What on Terra?" He will draw his pistol kind of at the door bursting open, these two people wrestling for a knife. He knows one of them. He doesn't quite know what led up to it. It could have been anything. But yeah, he pushes the chair away and stands as best he can, gun in hand, and goes, "What's going on?"
Okay. As she sees that happen, Valentina begins approaching towards the two of them that are fighting together, speaking very calmly. Like, you're yelling and she's like, "Okay, everyone, let's put the knife down. Everything's fine. We can open up. We can get the two of you whatever you want to drink. Everything's good right now." Mr. Styx, you haven't lost total control of the knife. You have his hand in your hand. The two of you are battling. This man is old, but he is jacked as hell because he does manual labor for a living. Your partner here has a gun and is pointing it kind of in the general direction of the two of you. It would be very bad if he shot you.
Would be super bad if he shot me. That's why I'm going to try to end this as quickly as possible. Despite the fact that stealth is really not my shit, or strength is really not my shit, I'm going to continue to try to knock this man out as succinctly as possible, but kind of brutally too, like multiple punches past when it's necessary to stop.
Okay. This is not a 2d6 roll. This is now full-on combat d20 roll.
Oh.
So, you're rolling a d20, you're adding 7, which is his armor class. You are adding your strength and your unarmed primitive, and you need to be a 20 with all of those additions.
Okay, so 5 plus 7 is his armor, is that right?
Okay, yes. You add the other person's armor class to your attack rolls against them. The more armor you have, the lower that number is. You might have heard, it's like Thaco.
Sure. Okay, so I'm rolling 2d6 now, or am I rolling a
No, you're rolling a d20, and you need to hit an 8 or higher in order to connect with this attack.
That's a 12.
That's a 12. Okay. I will now ask you to roll your knife damage.
I don't know what damage that is.
I will find it for you.
Thank you kindly.
No problem. I'm what one might call a game master.
Doesn't Louis appreciate what I do for him?
No, it is 1d4, I believe.
It's 1d4, yes.
I got you a gun.
And you add you can choose the better of your strength or dexterity modifiers to get added to this.
That's delightful. I don't actually have d4, but I do have high dexterity. So I have a 14 in dexterity.
Okay, so you'll get a 1d4 plus 1. I will get you a d4 out here on the field.
Thank you, Captain.
Please, call me Admiral.
That's a 3.
It's a 2.
Well,
okay,
yeah.
3 total, yes. Okay, you get control of the knife again. You start beating the crap out of this dude. He's like, You're just punching him over and over again. Someone called this guy Master Roshi. Well, yeah, well, this guy's getting as bricked as Master Roshi does, constantly defeated by everyone he meets.
Shut up, be quiet.
I want to give you another shot here, Louis, if you want to do anything before Valentina acts.
Yeah, if you want to shoot.
She's moving towards a bunch of cutlery that's laying out in front of her.
I think Louis is going to say, Alexander, stand down.
Hang on, he's still moving a bit.
Stop stabbing him.
I'm
Step
not
away.
stabbing him. I'm not stabbing him. See? And he like.
I
puts
want to
his-
imagine you're gesturing with the gun the whole time, with your
He is
finger on the trigger.
gesturing. Yeah, fingers off the trigger. He's got good trigger discipline.
Oh, okay, okay. I want to
You-
imagine you were bad at it.
You don't put that finger on that trigger unless you are intending to kill something.
But Louis, certainly, we can talk this out, and nobody has to die, and nobody in the village has to hate us more than they already do.
They're giving you the runaround. And I think Styx will put his hands up, still holding the knife, and be like, all right. See? As long as he stays quiet.
Are you doing anything else, Louis?
Louis has his gun, and she's going for the cutlery. He's going to gesture the gun in now the direction of the people who aren't Mr. Styx, and he is going to say, "Now kindly explain why my comrade was locked in combat with this man."
Yeah, you
What was he
explain
doing?
this. You explain this situation.
Yeah, exactly. It's up to you now. The onus of explanation is onto them.
So this is your action. All right, what she does. Oh,
No, sorry. Yeah, gun pointed towards them, asking the question.
well, I mean, if you're pointing the gun towards everybody else in the room because they're all starting
Oh,
to
yeah,
be in the same
definitely.
location. All right.
Yeah.
She pulls one of the knives and throws it, and it collides with the throat of the struggling man, and cuts his throat in the process. It is not the cleanest cut. She's throwing a cooking knife at someone. It kind of deflects. He's gonna die. Like, for sure, he's gonna die. It will not be soon. It's gonna be a few minutes before he dies. As she starts screaming in a combination of Chinese and Russian that you understand part of, like, who is this crazy person who invades my store? This must be the Night Fox. It's you. You're the Night Fox. And the guy's looking at her like, oh, I'm the Night Fox. It's me. I'm the Night Fox. As he falls to the ground, like desperately trying to keep the blood in his body, knowing that he's dying and the shock is setting in.
Boy.
You are covered in arterial spray, Styx, and it feels so warm and so salty.
Hell yeah! I like this lady.
I think, like, as she goes, "You're the Night Fox," and he goes, "I'm the Night Fox." I think Louis just saw her full-on murder a man.
To be fair, let's be really clear here. Two people just burst into the back of her shop trying to kill each other. It's not the weirdest reaction. It is a very strange,
Throwing a
surreal.
Nobody
Yeah.
throws
Throwing a
knives.
knife with
Nobody
this-
throws
with
knives.
Just be clear, again, it is not a
Dexterity?
throwing knife. It is a kitchen knife that she has thrown.
That
It was
makes it-
not meant to
That's
be
more
thrown.
impressive.
That's worse.
Yes,
You know
I
how
know
that's
it's
worse, right?
Impressive.
I know, it should be indicative of a high level of skill.
Yeah, Louis full on like points the gun towards her now directly
Okay.
and goes, "That was perhaps the most suspicious thing you could have done."
She starts
please
screaming,
put your
"Oh my
hands above
god,
your
he's holding a knife on me! I've just stopped the Night Fox! I've stopped the criminal! No, he's got a knife on me!
Oh, honey.
I don't have a knife on you. It's an energy pistol.
A gun on he's got a gun on me! He's got a gun on me!
Alexander, please secure the interior.
Okay, he decks her.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna win a 2d6 roll.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What do you mean, oh, for fuck's sake?
believe
You
in
think
you.
this is you
Nothing
think
could be
this shit
happening
is
in
just
narrative.
gonna happen?
Why must I
Alright.
have to do things that I'm bad at?
Didn't make you
Aren't
do
you good
this.
at this? Don't you have a high strength?
No, my strength's my worst stat.
Oh.
By a lot.
Oh no.
That is a 6. I have a strength of 1, and I have a primitive 1. Why is another green dice? Who keeps
Oh
putting
boy,
green dice?
I have
Why does
really
Mark
bad.
keep putting green dice in my box?
I have such a bad news for you. You walk forward. You go to deck her. She loops you and beats you by 1, and just gets you in a chokehold with a knife to your throat. And she says, "All right, I'm done with this shit. Put the gun now, or I'm gonna cut his throat right now.
Shoot through me.
You've
for
cost
fuck's
me
sake.
one of my best assets. I'll fucking kill him. Put the gun down right now."
Shoot through me.
When you say that,
Louis-
she moves her head to be directly behind him.
Louis is absolutely gobsmacked by that, but in that moment he's like, permission has been granted. That's he's going to, Jesus Christ, yeah, with that permission he's going to try to do his best to shoot through the like meat of his shoulder into like the center mass of presumably the night box.
All right,
For too far.
It feels like
Alexander. You have
Your
now.
goal was to survive.
Your bet is that you have more hit points than she does right now. You understand that is what you have entered into here, is a belief that you will survive where she doesn't. Okay.
Here's the thing. Styx does not give a shit in the same way that I or Alexander does. My constitution is 12, my hit points are 7. So.
Oh god.
7?
All right, I'd like you to roll for.
I
Listen.
should not have equivalent health points to you. I'm Bran the Broken.
You don't have to roll to hit. These two together are not moving, and they're actively struggling against each other. I just need you to roll damage for your energy pistol, and I will remind you that if you fire it in burst mode, you get a +1 to damage.
Don't fire it in burst
Shoot
mode.
him multiple times.
I'm not going to fire it in burst mode because firing it in burst mode would give me a 1 in 6 chance of killing you stone fucking dead. I'm gonna roll this single d6 and you're gonna live.
Is
this
there
is
a,
like this is like Kill Bill, but with the skill level of Pineapple Express. That's what I'm picking up right now.
yeah.
Yes, it is.
Is there
Okay.
AP? Is there anything that I can do to assist him in this? Can I roll to try to struggle or anything like that?
You've made it so he doesn't have to roll to hit.
Great.
So Louis, so confused, but like part of his mind is like, okay, this is fine, and this is the mission. You're not gonna get dishonorably discharged if you do a good job. And he's going to roll a single d6. I'm gonna do it in my tray.
Okay.
2 damage as the laser pistol.
Mark down that you've taken 2 damage. She has also taken 2 damage. I will now ask you. Oh, she goes after you, so very unfortunately, she cuts Alexander's throat.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, you just threatened her while she has a hostage.
Yeah.
She drops the now dying deadweight from her and begins fleeing out the back door towards the pickup truck with the guns.
I fire in burst mode.
I understand. Liam, we're gonna have to check how bad you're dying here. So
because he's got an okay amount of health, probably.
I
There's
mean,
only so much you can do with a severed trachea.
he is absolutely reduced to 0 hit points as a result of his throat being cut. The problem now is that he only has a certain number of turns before death becomes somewhat more permanent than normal.
I'm so sorry, Liam. I'm so sorry.
Hey, you've got nothing to be bummed about. This is not. There's a lot of things going on. None of it is on you.
So here's what you need. You need someone with a med kit, or you need to be brought to a modern medical facility in the next 30 seconds. And I assure you that there is no chance that there is a hospital inside of this noodle shop. So you better hope that...
There is a med kit and I can use it.
Do you have a med kit on your character sheet?
I do not have a med kit on my character sheet. I'm hoping there is a med kit in this building.
You better hope that bathroom is stocked then. Jagged Alliance 2 style. Okay.
Got to be.
every round things get worse. You can try to stabilize him, and it gets better if you had a Lazarus patch on either of you, which are something that try to automatically stabilize someone.
I don't know what that is, so I probably don't have it.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I also don't know what that is, so I probably don't have it.
Wow.
Let's
You...
let's ask a question. Does anyone have inventory on their sheet?
No.
No.
I'm not even really certain that I have a knife. I just assumed.
I know for a fact I've got an energy pistol.
Yeah, that's a good point. Noodles are good for stopping bleeding.
Yeah, just stuff them in there.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you, Prophetic Rose. You got it. We'll just use the chow mein, and it should be fine.
So let's see here. If you can find a medical kit, it will give you a +1 towards a tech medical for recuperating your patient, keeping him from dying.
I would like to spend one round shooting and burst fire at the fleeing night fox.
Okay. The longer it takes, the harder the roll
I
gets, I
know.
believe.
I know.
Okay.
I just need to put her down.
I will ask you to make that roll. There's nothing stopping her from this. You have a 7, +7 to hit her, and if you burst, you get a +1 to it, but you use 3 points of ammunition in the process.
Got you. That is fine by me. I'm gonna drop this, and then I'm gonna scroll back out, and then I'm gonna roll it. Nyeh. 9 to hit. Ugh.
Okay.
No,
it's
I can't use my
a D20. Yes.
That's what I
9,
rolled, I think.
You spray bullets all around the outside of the truck.
Can I use my once per hour reroll?
Yes.
Then I will, thank God. 21.
Okay, that will hit. You will now roll damage, knowing that she already has 2 points of hit point damage, and you deal a d6 +1.
3 damage.
Okay, she gets in the truck with 1 hit point. Starts it up. Begins driving away. You
there
can
a
see that
chance?
she's nearly dead. If you rush out after her and can make an ace shot through the back window, you can kill her and end this now. But your buddy is...
Yeah, fully dying.
He's 3 point... There's 2 dying men with their throats cut in this room right now.
I only really care about one of them.
One of them is still saying, "I'm the Night Fox."
No, you're not. You're obviously not. Liam,
Yes.
I could stop this. I could stop either of these situations from happening, or I can possibly stop both.
Buddy,
Which,
Liam is not
yeah,
here. Liam does not
Yeah.
exist.
Liam does not exist.
Okay, that was creepy.
Yeah. So another round. Another round would mean an additional difficulty to helping.
Every round that passes is a
Alexander.
-1 to the roll.
What would be the difficulty, if I can know?
The first round was 6 with a -1. It is now 6 with a -2 if you solve it this round. At Tech Medical.
Tech Medical.
At the end of the 6th round, he dies permanently.
Got you.
Goal: survive. Failed.
At the end of the 5th round?
No, at the end of the 6th round.
6th round. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out into the pouring rain, laser pistol out. I am going to try, as she drives, to...
Okay. Do
Yeah,
you
that's
have
fine,
enough
I have it.
ammunition left in your pistol to burst fire again?
Let
You
me...
used 4
check.
bolt shots.
I don't... yes, I do. I have a magazine of 10, so I've got 6 shots left.
Okay. You do another 3. Psh, psh, psh.
Rolling a d20.
Yep.
Natural 20. I don't know if that does anything, but total of 27.
You nail her in the back of the head, killing her instantly. The truck careens off the road, and your guns go flying everywhere. As the gun crate...
That's fully Canopan That's fully Canopan guns! Where did they get them?
Outside.
This is some real fucking theater shit happened to
Storm, lightning bolt. Psh, you cut back inside. You see in the fading lightning, your buddy is smiling. Styx is just smiling at you as blood pours down him like an apron. It's ghastly as his face begins setting into a position like rigor mortis.
You have to know how unnerving that is. Come on now, hold together. Louis would it take a turn, a round of this to find a med kit?
Yes, it will.
Would I be able to do it without a med kit, improvising just like a compress, stopping the wound?
No, he's...
I would like to, I would like to then...
You check in the bathroom, under the kitchen sink, you finally find one, you run up to him with fumbling hands, you're now at a -4. Sorry, -3. No, you shot at the -2, you get the med kit, you have a -4, you have 3 chances on a tech medical at a -4, -5, and -6. You need to get a 6 total.
Okay. My intelligence is 14, so I got a +1 to this. However, my tech medical is not there, so that's a -1. So...
Do you have skill points that you could spend right now?
Straight up, I do. I could get tech medical, like, full.
Do you think that might be a good plan? That's all I'm saying as a game master.
I think it will be useful, just for later. Okay, so I got it. So I'm adding a +2 to this, right?
Okay.
Minus whatever.
-4. So you need an 8 or higher on these dice to be successful. Did you have a wisdom?
Oh, I was using intelligence because it was tech. My wisdom is
tech intelligence.
Yeah. Got you, perfect. I don't see what I rolled because it went off screen. That is 6 total, so 4. I don't get it.
You don't get it. Hold on, before you roll next, I would like, because I'm a cruel bastard, I'd like Liam to have a conversation with himself real quick. As Alexander comes face to face with Styx, you have 6 seconds of dialogue as the two of them knowingly face each other for the first time in your mind, fading and dying, moving towards the blissful oblivion of a warm light.
I think,
if you need a second to RP dying that I've dropped on you out of nowhere, take a second.
We got this.
Okay.
I think Alexander has not been, like, in the back seat. Like, it's not that he's been aware of what's going on and watching in horror. He's just suddenly dying. And I'm not sure how much of this is, like, him being able to have a conversation with the other side of him. It's just that the other side of him doesn't exist right now. So for Styx, I think it sounds more like him speaking into the void and just saying, "You gotta fight for it, kid," and that's it.
So just to be clear, at the last possible second, Styx has stepped aside to let Alexander die for the two of them, but is trying to encourage him from beyond.
No.
Incredible.
No,
that's not it.
There is no such thing as Alexander in this moment. It is just Styx, and he is speaking into the void to essentially nothing. You know what I mean?
Just Monica. I know how it is. Yes.
Yeah, you get it.
In the void, where nothing happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, different. Totally. Nope. Not that one. I mean, that's a fine song, but not what I was referencing.
I know.
I was referencing the very normal Doki Doki Literature Club, which is a super normal visual novel.
Yeah, normal rom-com thing.
Yeah. Super normal.
Supernatural one might say. Anyway,
Yeah, roll these dice.
okay, so I got a -3 on this, so I need a 9 or higher. Why do I keep rolling them so far away?
It's a 6
I
again.
don't get it.
This is it. He's one step closer to the edge. You need a 10 on
One
this.
step
The
closer
odds
to
are
the edge.
so against you.
Oh god, I so hope that you don't die.
Spence
You
is
already
rolling
used
dice.
your
hope it'll
reroll.
last.
I've already
me
used my reroll. 7. It would have been nice at the first round. I don't have it. I need
Let me
an 11
ask.
now, right? Yep.
Are you an? Yes, you need you. I mean that was it. This is the 6th round. That's the end. Right? Am I crazy?
I think I
Was-
got one more to hit the 11, right? On the minus.
I don't. I think the 10 was it, my friend. Let me ask, Liam. Are you an expert?
An expert in what?
He's
Class.
You're
your
a warrior.
class.
Yes, I'm a warrior.
I mean, warriors have an ability where they can just choose not to take damage.
I do?
Why didn't you do it?
I didn't know I could do that. Where does it say that?
That's literally one of their
It's like your-
abilities. Once
It's
you
like your
able
core
to choose to take
ability.
no damage.
Yeah.
I'll let you
didn't-
retroactively
hold on,
use it
hold
at
on,
this
hold on.
second to not be dying.
Yeah, hold on. Slow down for 1 second. Because I wasn't told that I took damage. You just said
Yes,
my
that
throat
you
was
died.
cut.
Yes.
Yeah, so I didn't think that was even a thing. And also,
Okay.
that is actively not written on my sheet. So I'm not sure I knew
Interesting.
that was
It's
something
it's
that I
on the
could do.
class sheet in the rule book. I will let you use it
perhaps.
now to just pass out and not die through pure rage and spite.
That would be quite fun. Can we tell you what? Can we
You
we
want to cut to
away
the
from-
other group now?
Yeah, can we cut away
now?
from this scene?
Unbelievable. The
Yeah,
gumption.
now.
While you figure out whether or not your
No.
character... Sure. You know what? The two of you... Alright, the audience doesn't know who I'm pointing at. Pascal and Rahul. The two of you are walking back into the sort of mech bay / barracks dormitory where you live your lives. Your buddy, your pal, you hide a little corruption, you've both come to an understanding, and someone walks up to you. It is the chief Aztec contractor for the mech bay, Joanna Tarascon, and she says, Commander, which one of you is in charge right now?
That would be
So-
me.
One step past well.
I just wanted to bring to your attention a couple of things. I'd been speaking with one of the other mech warriors, and he made some promises to me that he hasn't been keeping. I don't know if you're aware of this, but he's been hiding the fact that he may have some very serious issues. I'd like you to take a look at these brain scans of his activity while he's piloting his mech.
Hey, we didn't reach our deadline. Whatever.
You were
I thought we
supposed
were
to.
pros.
You were, yeah.
really?
Oh, well, you didn't reach the deadline. The deadline's about to happen right now. You're dead lying right now. You promised her that you would be in charge and you would cover up these problems, and you are not in charge, and you're not
It's
covering up.
been like a day.
It's been a little while. You wanted me to do something. I'm being dramatic as fuck right now.
That's
okay?
true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
So she begins pulling the two of you aside into the hallway here. That's got this sort of white septic wall tiles and colored lines on the floor to get you to where you're going. And it's almost like a doctor. She's like pulling things out of a manila folder that show his brain scans and show that he has 2 entries in his mech login. And the scans do not align well. These are registered. This man right here is registered as Alexander Piotr, and this man right here is registered as Piotr Alexander.
Explain this to me like I'm 5.
I believe he may be suffering from some sort of mental trauma. I'm not a psychologist. Here's what I know. People like this probably shouldn't be piloting mechs. There is a possibility that he can maintain some stability, but historically, People like this in the mech warrior programs are removed early because there is a good chance that piloting a mech will affect them adversely and make the problem worse. Again, not a psychologist, not a psychiatrist or a doctor. I am an Aztec, assistant technician.
Okay, and who is this?
His noble family covered all of this up, and when I confronted him about this, he said he would be bringing it up to you, or handling it, and he clearly has not, given that we're having this conversation.
I want to see if this Aztec is at all full of shit. Is that something I can do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I would ask for a wisdom perception roll.
All right. Doing it now. I don't think I have any perception. Let's roll first and then figure out what the bonuses are. That'll tell us a lot. If it's real low... Oh, shit. I don't even need to worry, probably. No perception and wisdom's a 15, so that's actually good.
+1.
Yeah, so 12.
Okay. There's no bullshit here. She is legit worried and coming to you with a serious concern.
Okay.
You do see a little bit like she feels betrayed, like she was expecting to... Maybe you get some sense that there was an arrangement between the two of them that didn't end satisfactorily.
Remind me, what's this character's name again? Who is it?
Joanna Tarascon.
Terrascon, okay.
She's right here. Yeah.
Right. And so he'll look to... I think he looks to Raoul and kind of smirks and says, and remind me, what is standard protocol for this? I'm new to the position. Would this be something that you would typically leave in the trusted care of the person suffering the ailment to self-report when it's determined?
Such a person would not ever be accepted into the Mech Warrior program. I don't know that there is a procedure for this, and to be honest, given the fact that he, like yourself, is a noble, I don't know that anyone can remove him. It's so concerning. Someone should know about it. And if something could be done, it should be done about it. But I'm a contractor. I'm not a member of your military. I work for you. So
it's true. You're not. That's true.
If I might come up with a suggestion, Commander. What if
Very well.
we get a properly trained psychotherapist to analyze a mech warrior to see if their current condition is truly a adherence to them serving alongside us. It is possible that this is something that simply came up during their active duty. In which case... Yeah.
That's a great recommendation. If you wouldn't mind, can I get a full detailed written report from you about the engagement, where this was discovered, how it was discovered, timelines, just the general information required to move forward with this from here?
I'll get it on your desk tomorrow. It's pretty late.
Does she seem at all like I think Pascal's not trying to hide that he's like picking up on a little bit of a negotiation here. Does she seem at all nervous or in response to that?
Defeated.
This is the kind of proactive action we like to see in our people. Thanks again. We'll be sure to act on this immediately.
All right. Liam. Or Schrodinger's Alexander Piotr Styx Shiratori. When we observe him, do you activate your ability to be not dead, or do you die?
I think Alexander's
So many
last-
people are fucking smiling right now. My God, guys, can we get it together?
I think Alexander's last moments are
Moments?
of some pretty intense horror, honestly. Real existential shit. And when he passes, I think there's a lot that is left feeling very unsatisfactory about that all around. In terms of, like, this was just a moment in time. And Pascal just had a whole bunch of art that just blossomed him. And now that Alexander is dead, that art is going to be his last work, which means it's going to explode even more.
You die
That's
in
it?
my fucking arms in our first mission?
This guy, his last thought is, wow, that painting he stole from me is really going to inflate in value.
And not just that, the ranks he went up in the list, but God, man.
Let's wait till we hold on to it for 10 years and release it as a newly found painting.
We found it in the attic.
There you go.
Retirement plan. Okay,
My
we're going to have to talk
report
about
is-
making a new character at some point.
Yeah, my report is going to look fucking wild. Because, and not to mention...
This was Pulp
not to
Fiction,
mention-
man. This was a Pulp
This is-
Fiction scene.
This is Pulp Fiction. Keep in mind, from the perspective of, from the perspective of these two, of Rahul and Pascal, they know exactly where the guns went, and they know that I was looking into it and someone died while looking into it as well. So this is bad for my career and bad for everyone else.
I don't know what you talk about.
I love the idea that
anything.
that Liam's next character is an investigator who's been sent here specifically to investigate his own death.
Oh, this is just like
Marshall
Murdered Soul
galore.
Suspect. I love Murdered Soul Suspect.
Okay.
So amidst this blood staining his hands, like gauze wrapped around the throat, not doing enough, the death rattle of the other guy with the knife thrown into his throat, echoing behind him, he just says, "Don't die, come on, there's... Please, Alexander. Alex." No, he's smiling again.
I want to imagine Alexander dies smiling just like Liam.
Yes, he
It's
does.
so fucking horrifying given the fact that blood is now all the way down to his
Yeah.
navel.
Is Louis alone now in this
I mean,
place?
there's the other guy isn't dying as fast because his throat was only partially cut. You're alone insofar as this man is like, I don't know why I'm dying. It's so horrifying.
Some real
Yeah.
dedication on that man.
Louis is going to stand up and with blood-stained hands, just like run one through his hair as he realizes the shit show that this has happened. Like, it's not the first time he's seen death. He was a Comstar agent. He saw people get killed on telecasts. But it is the first time that someone... not the first time that he's killed someone either, but it is the first time that a comrade has, like, died fully in his arms. So, pale face, just, like, breathing heavy, almost hyperventilating,
This guy passes out while you're doing that.
Yeah. He's going to... if he can, is there a way to save his life with his severed trachea?
On
Or
a
fully dead?
10 plus 2d6 dice roll.
He's
We'll
gonna
save his
try.
Okay.
Just want to
Here we
say
are
it's,
again.
it's those ramen noodles if he does.
8.
No.
I don't get it.
He's dead as well.
Yeah, I cannot patch him up with the chow mein. The ramen is useless for patching up the knife.
Maybe you should try
wound.
kicking him a little bit. That might help.
There will be some kicking of bodies later, but at the moment, I think Louis looks around, now presumably alone in this place. 3 corpses, one of which his direct intervention, the other his indirect inaction. He's going to, with a shaking hand, reach into his satchel and pull out his clunky, like 1980s style laptop, and he is going to send an emergency distress signal back to base.
Okay. The whole base lights up with alarms, with a mech warrior in distress. Wham! 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 Someone runs up to Rahul and then looks sheepishly and then turns to Pascal and says, "Sir, we've received an emergency distress signal from a mech warrior. He's about 500 feet away."
Do we know who it is?
I think it's the one that's very small and constantly falling over.
I see. All right. Well, he looks to Raoul.
Should we prepare a tactical team response, sir?
I think that might be prudent.
Okay, like 24 men begin pulling rifles off of racks and throwing armor on. They'll be ready in about 5 minutes. They were fully asleep.
I love how instead of the call sign or like the radio signal, they go, "It's the small one who has problems with his body."
He'll look to Raoul and say, "If you could escort them."
Of course, Commander.
What
Well,
are you
that goes
going
off
to
to a swarm.
Paperwork.
Oh my god.
I gotta do. What he's actually gonna do? He's gonna start digging in. He's gonna start trying to make the numbers make sense for him, not financially. He wants to know who's got their fingers in on this pie. He wants to do what he can to start a sort of, he's good with the stewardship stuff. He wants to see.
You want to blackmail everyone involved in the op?
No.
Oh.
He wants to know where there might be some holes. Like he wants to start to tighten up.
Oh, you want to? Oh, wait. So is what you're trying to do? You want to take advantage of it, or you want to stop it?
I think he wants to stop it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have culture criminal?
Let me check.
I think
Would you like to know who
right?
does have culture criminal?
Oh, I know you did.
No, he has culture traveler.
All right.
And-
I'd like you to make a security intelligence roll. So amazing that we're doing this while someone's dying off screen.
Hey.
No,
Wait,
Someone's dead off screen.
Yes,
Two people are dead
dying
off screen. Yeah. 3 people are dead now.
I'm still here.
It's going up.
Ezio Auditore.
Okay, he
You should
doesn't.
say
Yeah.
should have Louis
Intelligent?
say a cool line or something, Like, have a drink or takeouts on me.
It'd be a 7 total.
Okay. I mean, it's going to take more than one night to do this, but just to be clear, Pascal doesn't have the capacity to track down any smuggling or criminal activity, minor criminal corruption, that sort of thing.
He knows who
Rebel!
does.
A smuggler and a minorly corrupt official. You and 28 men armed with rifles, combat armor, night vision gear, rain cloaks are bursting onto the scene. They're all beginning to move towards the cafe, and you can see that a unfamiliar truck with a very familiar crate with pistols spilled out of it has crashed nearby. The
In that
tactical
case,
team is ignoring it, and they are preparing to invade the restaurant from 2 directions. What do you want to do?
He orders the tactical team to secure the restaurant and secure any hostile threats. And, of course, secure our mech warrior who's in danger. While that's happening, he's going to go over to the crates full of items. And he's going to look over them. And
They were shiny, brand new 9mm and SMGs, and now they're covered in rain and mud. Some
Yeah,
ammunition
that's
has spilled out of boxes into the mud here.
yeah, in that case, he's just going to take what he can that seems salvageable, put it back in the box, put the lid back on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he is going to let's see. Would we have came here on a vehicle?
Yes.
He's going to load it up on the vehicle.
Amazing. I would like you to make a roll to pick it up and carry it onto the vehicle. This roll isn't like, oh, can you pick this box up? We already know it's super heavy, but what's important on this roll is whether anyone notices it and clocks it.
Yeah.
You know
Would
what I
I
mean?
be
Whether
able to make this as an opposing thing?
no,
certainly
absolutely
saw
not.
it.
You're about to.
Build it.
You're
Yes.
about. No. Listen, you can
Absolutely.
definitely say at a later date there was
Yes,
a box of
100%.
guns, that sort of thing. You're about to get flashbanged, my friend. There's a 0% chance
Oh,
you
yeah.
can see what's going on.
100%.
You know what? While I'm looking this up, that's exactly what happens to you. 2 flashbangs soar into the room, and then
Yep.
you just start hearing voices say, "Get down, everybody, get down!"
FBI,
And then-
open up!
You are face down on
Yeah.
the ground. Several people have boots on you, and there are guns to your head. You can see all the other dead bodies are all being handcuffed behind their backs.
What the fuck?
No,
Why
that's
are
totally
you
normal.
handcuffing the-
Whoa,
is it normal?
whoa. Yes, that's totally normal for suspects
Never
that
mind
are
then.
suspected
Yeah.
to be dead. Listen, that's not even military law enforcement.
No,
that's
that's SWAT
just
shit,
normal
yeah.
worldwide law enforcement. You handcuff dead bodies just in case they aren't dead.
It's true. It's
You
true.
learn something every day.
It's just
You
very funny to
handcuff them
see.
and you double
like-
tap.
They know Louis enough to understand that he is the small one, but they bust into the room and they got their boots to his
No,
neck.
that is standard procedure. I know that too.
Oh, I know it is, but it's very funny to me.
Yeah.
All right.
A few ribs break certainly.
Well, hold on. I need this
Louis-
roll from
yeah.
Rahul.
Yes.
I need a 2d6 plus your strength plus your athletics.
Plus athletics.
I'm gonna ask you only for a 7 on this. I'm really setting the bar quite low.
So my strength is 12, so that's plus.
That's a
nothing.
plus 0.
Double check the skills that I have. I don't have any athletics, so this is going to be a -1.
You need an 8 on the dice roll.
All right, let's go.
That is an 8 on the dice roll.
Yes.
You struggle mightily.
Just in case.
You know, you're doing the crab walk. You're lifting with your knees and not your back. You get it set down heavily in the back of the personnel carrier. What do you want to do with it?
He's going to throw a tarp over it.
Amazingly, there was a tarp nearby. You run back and grab it and throw the tarp over it.
And then he's going to make his way in and check in with what's going on inside.
All right. Okay. Inside, Louis, you're getting your senses back when a rather pleased with himself Rahul strolls in through the front door. You can see that the leader of the squad is like, "Sir, we've checked everything out. Our mech warrior is alive. Mr. Shiratori is dead." And he
I
points
see.
to rigor mortis setting and locking his smiling face in place. Alexander, blood. Blah.
Well, that certainly complicates things. He looks over to Louis and goes, "What happened here?"
The situation was worse than I thought. It turns out that this wasn't used as a shelter for the Night Fox. She was most likely the Night Fox. She was sold weapons, Canopian. They got it by theft, however. But
I see.
Piotr,
Perhaps.
as he went around the back, I thought, to be honest, that he was going to stab me, but he must have intercepted one of the men. That you can. He gestures as best he can with his head towards the dead, Canopian man.
No, he's Chinese. He's a local Capellan man.
Capellan. Yeah, a Capellan man, and he says, was interrupted by him, discovered. They came in with a knife. She tried to silence him, throwing a kitchen knife with skill. Alexander told me to fire when she took him hostage. I did. She cut his throat, and I
You
tried to save his life.
you shot him.
A flesh wound. The knife did the rest.
Okay. And
Yeah,
is Louis still in handcuffs?
he is still
Wait,
in
yes.
handcuffs.
Wait.
Good.
Wait. I would like to use the negate damage thing as so long as it's just to negate the damage that was shot to me and I still die. If I don't die, then I'm not doing it.
What the hell?
I want to negate the
What?
damage that I was shot for, but still kill me.
So
What
negate
in
the
the
shot,
masochistic
not
hell?
your throat being slit.
What-
So
what
just to
would
be
that
clear,
even-
you
what would
want
that
it so
look like?
no, you want it so that when a medical examiner looks at it, they're going to be like, "Well, this had nothing to do with his death."
Yes,
Something like
that's
that.
correct.
Okay. Yes.
That's
All right. Yeah, absolutely.
You're a real one, but also,
Shot him. And you admitted to it.
yeah.
Anyway,
No, full on. It's in the interest of honesty.
I
Louis
see.
going to say, I gotta say, weird as hell situation. I don't know how they got the weapons, but we apprehended the terrorist. Well, I killed her, at least.
see.
But we're down one.
Well, it would make sense, considering the Night Fox did take a bunch of our supplies, including our own doors. This is concerning.
I don't know if I couldn't hear, I didn't see. I don't know if you secured the entirety of the building, but there's got to be something else. Evidence of troops moving through here, evidence of other assets.
We'll see
people
that
hiding
any
things.
data is secured. With that, he turns to the other I was going to say officers. I guess.
They're your troops.
Soldiers?
Oh,
There's a
true.
non-commissioned officer here. There's a sergeant leading the
Would-
group.
He'd turn on to the troops and go, please, take, Louis back to base. I'm sure the commander would like to hear his side of the story as well.
Of course, we'll put him in the
work
back
with-
of the APC.
Perfect. And then he kind of points out a few of the troops and goes, you four with me. We're going to secure this area and find any valuable data or information that needs to be secured.
Okay, they all nod. Louis, you are unhandcuffed and placed in the back of the armored personnel carrier.
Oh,
There is-
I didn't say to handcuff him.
I mean, they do unhandcuff him
Okay.
unless you
No, put him back
strictly
in.
order. They know who he is, and you just had a conversation with them.
No, put him back in.
No, what am I? No, okay, if it's fine if they're just gonna do it on their own.
Yeah, they unhandcuff you. They stick you in the back of the APC. You can
The
see
back
that
of the
there's
APC, you say?
yes. You can see there's a very familiar wet crate covered by a wet tarp.
Oh, good. I'm glad they were secured.
The
These are
sergeant
weapons
looks at you and
talked about.
says, "I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how these got here."
These weapons were the very one in the back of the truck. Someone
You
must
ta-
have moved them.
He takes the tarp off the top and opens it and looks at muddy Canopian guns and goes, "I don't know who broke into our vehicle and left these here, sir."
Why would someone move the guns as contraband into the back of our car? Were they being helpful or were they being sly?
This guy immediately just begins sending troops out in a search pattern around here. He's like, "This vehicle's been compromised. Corporal, I need
Yeah.
you to check for explosives. Somebody look over this crate. Someone get to the engine block, gas tank. Call base. If we have I don't think we have dogs. Do we have dogs? We don't have dogs.
We don't have dogs.
Mr. Gabriel, God, your rank isn't Lieutenant Ensign. You're some sort of specialist in intelligence and electronics.
Yes.
Can we get you to bring your mech out here? This is a serious flaw in our security apparatus.
Yes, of course. I can do it. In the
All
meantime,
right, I'm gonna need you to run
this-
500 feet that way. He hands you a pistol. It's like, you think you can make it there on your own? I'm gonna send 2 body men with you. We don't know who's out there.
Louis does bring out his own energy pistol. He does reload, and he will say, "I'll do it." I will say this: this doesn't seem like the work of a one-man job. One person couldn't have carried all of this by themselves, or had the reason to do so.
I love how insane the situation keeps getting.
Absolutely. Louis is going to, on his crippled leg, with the cane, he is going to double time it, cursing the frailness of his body.
One of the soldiers just gets his arm under your shoulder and is like, "Let's go, sir!" He's got his gun out, he's just pointing, just, "Let's go, sir! We have to go! We don't know who's out there!"
I'm moving.
We cut back to Rahul. Things
It was
are
kinda
weird in
sneak
here.
up. Things are going well.
There are dead people all over the place. In a very cursory inspection, you find that there is a massive underground bunker underneath this location. Your people immediately find a bunch of doors, all of your missing material, a ton of dog tags, a bunch of funerary canisters of people who've been killed and then burned and then placed in them. They're all on top. The dog tags are on top of the funerary canisters, and they're all Magistracy dog tags.
Yeah.
There are pictures of you and your fellow mechwarriors in Chinese, which I don't think you read Mandarin Chinese.
No, I don't know.
There's tons and tons of text and like red circles. It's clear that someone is building a profile on the 4 of you. You can see that there's radio communication equipment to contact people on world very distantly. This is a full-on underground bunker, completely empty right now. It's also where all of the noodles and other ingredients are stored. There's a refrigeration down here.
Well, that's where Rahul goes. Well then, it seems like all of our problems have been solved in one foul swoop.
One of the
All right.
troops turns to look at you and says, "Sir, one of our mech warriors died."
I know, and that's unfortunate. But we've taken out one of our biggest threats to us in this place. I dare say that is a victory. Now, let's secure all of this and get it back to base.
Can I get like
interject. The first part of that conversation, all of our problems have been solved in one fell swoop, and then one of our mech warriors died. I know. That set off by itself.
Can I get a leadership charisma roll from you to not have these guys' morale plummet immediately?
Oh.
What's your leadership and what's your charisma?
7. My charisma is a 14.
That's a +1. That's an 8.
And my leadership is a 1.
That's a 9.
Not bad, so that's a 9.
I am marking down that Rahul has moved up to position 9 on the list. Your
Another day
callousness is interpreted as the sort of cold-blooded tenacity needed of a true leader. And over the next few days, this is going to spread among the troops. So, like, it seems like he doesn't care, but he's drilling down. He wants to find and eliminate the bad guys. And as that news spreads out, some women are like, "Hey, man, I'm into that."
I like it when they're a little cold. Cold but business-like.
This feels like a good place to end the episode. Liam, we're gonna have to talk.
I just want to say this, like, at the end of this, does anything good or bad happen to Louis? I mean, at the one thing, he did uncover the terrorist cell. On the other, one of the mech warriors did die right there when he was in the room.
Hey,
With your gun marks in them.
Medical examiners exonerated me.
it's going to
Thank you
say
for that,
that
by the way.
it's definitely going to show up that you shot a hostage, but also that it did not contribute to his exsanguination, is what the medical report's going to say.
Cauterize the wound.
If he didn't retroactively use that ability, you would be in a lot more trouble.
Thank God.
Oh, you shot
I
a
got
fellow
you, buddy.
officer and he died immediately afterwards.
Look, it's okay. He told me to do it.
He was very
It's
keen
okay.
on it, and it disturbed me at the time, but I needed to kill her.
You
and
have to
all
believe
the
me, the dead
witnesses to
guy.
this are dead.
Yeah. The dead guy told me to shoot him. Yeah, 100%. The victim told me.
I'm gonna meet with like the daughter of Ellis Centrell at some point, and she's going to say, "So, it says on your permanent record that you are the last survivor in an covert operation that was not on the books because it wasn't booked at the time because your leaders were going through an interregnum, and one of your fellow mechwarriors died, and you shot him as an unrelated thing." Okay, yeah, you're the kind of person I want on my team.
Hey man, I'm just saying, there was no reason that we couldn't have sanctioned that more formally with backup.
Yeah,
Told you guys
exactly.
about it.
This is
I
true.
told you guys about it.
He went evil. We tried to stop him. He wouldn't
No,
listen.
you didn't.
He's nuts,
Record
man.
everything, goddamn you.
What, you think they're gonna believe a commoner? You're not even a noble. You're not even a
I'll
promoted
kill you.
noble.
Actually, what rank am I on the list?
Well, you might have gone up one.
You're older than me.
Wow, you're number 28, but that's true. Next time the list is updated, number 14's gone, so...
I hope at least in some way I went up the list in another way, but also I think Louis got his eye on other things. Oop, hold on, someone's at the door. I'll be right back.
Shut a guy. That's hot.
Honestly, I think Alexander prefers death to being forced to marry just whoever claims him.
He died
have
young,
no idea.
violently, just the way he wanted to as an artist.
No, you don't understand. His biological clock was ticking. He had to die in a war.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
you get it. You get it.
Okay. This is where we're going to end the episode. The 3 living characters will get 500 XP for completing their goals, unless Bob wants to tell me right now that he does not respect Rahul more than he did at the beginning of the episode.
No, I think that went well. There were certain conditions there that needed to be met, but I think they got met. So I'm gonna, yeah.
Liam, I'm going to give you 500 free experience towards your next character because you completed your goal, which was to end as Alexander, not
He
Styx.
didn't though. I was about to say.
He ended his sticks.
I specifically chose to end as Styx. If I had taken your deal, it would've
I'm
gotten
trying so hard here.
that. I know you are. Hey man.
You're being so nice, but you don't understand. Liam
He wants to be
and I
punished.
he comes from the same like PC school as I do, which is unless our characters hate us, the players, we're not playing a game properly.
I don't know about that, but I
Too
will
much
say,
vampire for you guys.
yeah, I will say, I do commit to the bit with the character. I uphold that level of whatchamacallit,
You
What's the
beautiful
word?
man.
for integrity. Yeah, that's the one.
Sure.
Good
Well.
God.
What a crazy
So
episode,
how do we do-
my friends.
How do we do the outro?
The outro starts with, Liam, we've got probably another month. I'm thinking maybe March 24th, if that works for everybody. We should talk about a character between now
talk.
and then.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk.
I will actually say this. Come March 21st, I will be heading into the States for the time being, and I may be able to play, but it's not a
24th,
sure
but
thing.
yes.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Well, on March 21st, I will be heading to America, so I will be in the States on the 24th.
Well, we'll have to play it by ear then that weekend.
Yeah, we'll play it by ear.
Maybe Thomas can play on my computer in here, and I will be dead on the floor in the background.
Legitimately, entirely possible. On the 24th, I will be in California.
Exciting.
Oh my god.
Anyway, we'll figure it out. But AP, do you want to start rolling intros or outros
Okay.
for us?
I'll do my outro first, and what we're gonna do, I'll tell you the order it is for me on Discord. Bob goes last since he's the one who went first in introducing the show at the beginning. Did we even do intros? I feel like I skipped over.
No,
that
we
part.
didn't.
What am I-
We skipped it.
It was an
skipped
interesting
over it.
way.
I did
It
the
was good.
recap immediately because I was so excited because players did a recap and I was like, oh yes, they did it. They got most of the stuff. I'm so happy everyone didn't sleep through the episode. Hey, I'm AP Gaming Real. This is a Battletech show. I do a bunch of other Battletech shows. Bob's been on some of them. I'm probably going to ask him to guest again as a character he's already played in the past, in the future, so that he can join Blades of Honor, and that way he can be one of the few guests who's been on multiple series at the same time. In fact, if he goes on Blades of Honor, he'll have been on every active Battletech series at the same time, and be the only person to have done so. Because you were on Endosteel.
100%. Yep.
We'll make it happen.
I'm blanking on the brewery name, and it was killing me because I was trying to come up with it.
Oh god, we're gonna have to go back and rewatch the episode to get your character name.
It's okay. It's just Hirokin Brewery.
Oh, you primary beer. Yeah.
Primary beer. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Yeah.
It's always your first choice.
The Anheuser-Busch of the setting. So.
Again, it's a small planet in the middle of nowhere, and Eric has managed to hype it up. And then the audience loved it so much they took it to my other BattleTech shows on the other side of the universe. So it's literally like if someone was like, "Man, I get this Dog's Head beer from Rehoboth Beach in Delaware, and I get it shipped to Alaska."
That's a thing with the craft brewers, anyways. 100%.
All right. Hey, Liam. Nice swan dive
Hi.
at the end there. How you doing?
Thank you. I put a little flourish on it. I hope you liked it. Hi everybody, I'm Liam. I have been Alexander Shiratori, and we'll see what I will be next time.
Sir Virgil.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll be Virgil next week, almost certainly. I love me some Virgil. I look forward to that, and I look forward to more of this show in the future, one way or the other. So, thank you all for joining us.
Mark.
Hello, I'm Mark, aka the Cat's Meow, and today I have been Rahul, the corrupt bastard of an officer, doing shit he thinks is smart and then having it all blow up in his face. It's honestly fantastic. You can find me in a bunch of different places, Twitch, YouTube, all at the Cat's Meow. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun, and I'm excited for more things.
I do not want us to forget about you loading the crate and now everyone is freaking out about it. I absolutely need that to be a plot point in the next episode.
It was so funny because I was like, "Oh, I'll just store this away, and then I'll come get it later once everyone has left." And then it's like, and then we're gonna put him in the back. I'm like, "Fuck, shit, oh no."
Yeah.
Hopefully,
I
it's
hope
blown
you-
up and all the problems are gone.
I hope you appreciated the one person couldn't have done this. It's too much gear
it's
and it would be too
impossible for one
inconvenient.
person.
Little
Yes.
do they know, Raul spent his time deadlifting. You know, he's been doing that
Exactly.
strongman contest the whole time. You know,
That's what he does in his spare time.
While you studied military protocol, I deadlifted.
But that's me.
Oh, Thomas.
Hello, that is indeed me. Yes, I have been Thomas, and I have been playing Louis Gabrielson, he just wants to do a good job, and he doesn't know that the military unit he's in is the weirdest one. But yes, I had an absolutely lovely time, even if Louis did not. And I would like to thank everyone who just tuned in for the first time following me from a Vampire Play-by-Post server, so thank you very much. But yes, I do not exist anywhere else. Do not perceive me. I am invisible. You might have found something which might have been linked to, like YouTube clips. Pay no attention. That's me.
Bob.
awesome. Bob, I run the channel here. We do lots of Pendragon and occasionally some other games. AP kindly accepted. I don't know why, but he accepted to come over here and entertain us once a month, and we appreciate that. So thank you very much for this game. really enjoying it, and we'll catch you next time. If you're interested in the Pendragon material, we have Salisbury Anarchy on Sundays, 3 Sundays a month. The Sundays we're not playing this, and then we do shared games on Tuesday and Friday in the same universe, if you're interested. And yeah, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next month. Take care. I'm gonna go ahead and raid out for this one. Just
yes.
yeah. Just give me 7 seconds, and I'll get us moving. I set this up ahead of time. This is painful otherwise.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tell me when I can stop waving, because I'm going to
You
do
can
this
stop
the entire
now.
time.
There you go.